طيب إن شاء الله we're going to start now. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وبعد. فالسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, in our previous class we already explained the summary of the book, and we say this book, that is دروس اللغة العربية لغير ناطقين بها, that is, it is a book of what? Ta'bir. It is a book of what? Ta'bir. A book that will teach you on how to speak. Jade. And it's one of the best of the books as regards to what is being prepared for the beginners as regards to Ta'bir. Okay, Falah? Where the author of the book is a well-known doctor. Is a well-known doctor, very recognized. In fact, from one of his work, just like we mentioned in the introduction in the Muqaddimah, that from one of his work is that he wrote a book titled what? Ad-Dakhil fi al-Lughah al-Arabiyyah. When he said Dakhil is something that is been added to Arabic language, which originally is not part of it. So he was able in this his book to bring out 800 kalimat that are not Arabic language, but they were all in the Arabic, and then we speak it, we use it, we use it in our communication. But originally they are not part of it. They are not Arabic kalimat. So that's why I titled the book what? Ad-Dakhil fi al-Lughah al-Arabiyyah. So he's an expert in Arabic language. Jade. So that is why any kalima you're going to find in the book is going to be kalima that is well known and recognized, bismillah. Wa jazakumullahu khairan wa baraka fikum. So without taking much of the time, he said, ad-darsu al-awwal, ad-darsu al-awwal, ad-darsu al-awwal. So, one minute, please. So, ad-darsu al-awwal, that is the lesson number 1. So this lesson number 1 contains some benefits. From the benefit that is in this lesson, number 1 is that number 1, the Sheikh is going to teach us in summary. If you want to speak, of course, you are already going into what? I'rabat. You're already, at least you should start with the simple form of i'rab. That is the first lesson, because all of the sentence here the Sheikh is giving you are Mubtada wa al-Khabar. Mubtada and Khabar. So that is the first lesson. Meaning the Sheikh is giving you the first lesson that got to do with what? Mubtada wal Khabar. Jade. The second lesson or benefit we are going to get in this lesson is how to use Asmā al-Ishārah. Jade. How to use Asmā al-Ishārah. Jade. So these are some of the benefits we're going to get in this number 1. The Sheikh said ad-darsu al-awwal, lesson number 1. The Sheikh never said ad-darsu al-ula. Rather, I say what? Ad-darsu al-awwal. Ad-dars is mudhakkar, and that is why the Sheikh said what? Al-awwal. We are going to study all of this in the course of our studying of al-Ajurrumiyyah. So what is the difference between al-ula and al-awwal? Al-ula is for mudhakkar. Why al-ula? Sorry, al-ula is for mu'annath, and then al-awwal is for mudhakkar. So since the kalima ad-darsu is mudhakkar, that is why it has been said here that what? Al-awwal and not al-ula. Jayid? He said hadha. So that is the topic of discussion in the dars al-awwal. Hadha. This kalima hadha is from the Asmā al-Ishārah. It is from the Asmā al-Ishārah. So Asmā al-Ishārah, they are from the what? Asmā, just like you are from the name, they are from names. And jumla, they are of 2 types, just like we are going to study in Ajrumiyyah, bismillah. Jumla, there are two types. You have jumla that are ismiya, and you have jumla that are what? Fi'liya. Jumla ismiya are jumla that begins with what? Ism. While jumla fi'liya is jumla that begins with what? Fi'l. So ismiya, jumla that begins with what? Noun. Fi'liya, jumla that begins with what? Verb. So since we said hadha is from the Asmā al-Ishārah, automatically if it's starting a sentence, it means the sentence is what? Is what? Sentence of what? Is what? Jumla ismiya. So if it is jumla ismiya, then the i'rab of jumla ismiya is what? Mubtada and Khabar. Jayid. So now let's look at the word hadha. Hadha in English means this is. Jayid. So when you say hadha, it means this is. Now it's a what? Baytun. Hadha baytun. Number 2 is a what? Hadha masjidun. Number 3 is a what? Hadha babun. Number 4 he says what? Hadha kitabun. Number 5 he says what? Hadha qalamun. Number 6 he says what? Hadha miftahun. Number 7 he says what? Hadha maktabun. Number 8 he says what? Hadha sarirun. Number 9 he says what? Hadha kursiyun. All of these kalimat, they have their pictures there. Jade. So what bothers us is understanding, is not the translation. Jade. So when you say hadha, if you observe all the names that comes after hadha, they are what? Nakirah. They are what? Nakirah. Meaning they are, you see them, they are what? Dummatan. They are what? Dummatan. Jade. You say what? Hadha baytun. The Sheikh didn't say hadha al-baytu. He said what? Hadha baytun. A complete sentence. He says what? Hadha masjidun. A complete sentence. Hadha babun. A complete sentence. Hadha kitabun. Complete sentence. Hadha qalamun ila nihaya. What is the benefit here? The benefit is that you should know that Khabar, that is the information you want to give about the noun you started your sentence with, the information originally should be what? Nakirah. It should go in this format. So you should check on your own. You want to speak Arabic, check on your own. So when you bring hadha and you bring baytun, that sentence is intact, is correct. Hadha, you say what? Baytun, this is a house. But when you say hadha al-baytu, there are a lot of talk attached to this. We are not saying that is wrong, but there are a lot of kalam regarding to this, which we are going to know about all of that fi al-mustaqbal. But what bothers us now is at this level we are in, you don't speak Arabic using Khabar except in a Nakirah form. Jayid. So now I want to say this is a boy. You see, a boy is not here. Boy, wallet is not in the picture here. So what am I to say? Based on the lesson here now, I should say what? Hadha waladun. This is a boy. Jayid. I want to say this is, for instance, a teacher. I should say what? The word al-muallim. Al-muallim is not here. So I should say what? Hadha muallimun. This is a teacher. You understand? So al-muhim, the lesson here is that we should learn how to use hadha. So when you are bringing hadha as mubtada, the khabar should be what? Nakirah. Always leave it in a nakirah form. This is the biggest lesson you can get in this class. That your nakirah after hadha, the nakirah, the khabar should come in a nakirah form. Date. And that is why you can see all of the examples the teacher, the sheikh, the doctor gave, rahmatullahi alayhi, they are all in a nakirah form. That is to tell you that al-aslu fil khabar is what? It is nakirah. Jayid. Al-aslu fi al-khabar is that is what? Is nakirah. What about the hadha? The hadha is what? Is mubtada. And it is ma'rifah. Because ma'rifah, there are types of ma'rifah, which we are going to study that as well, inshallah. But this hadha is ma'rifah. So it's telling you now that mubtada should always be in what? Al-aslu fil mubtada is that it should always be in a ma'rifah form. In a ma'rifah form. Jayid. So now, if I don't want to use the hadha, I want to use a name that is not ismul ishara. I want to use a name, ismul zahir. I will say al-masjidu, for instance. Al-masjidu. Al-masjidu. When I say al-masjidu, I mean the masjid. Okay, now this is what you began your sentence with, that the mosque, the masjid. Someone you are speaking to now is waiting for you to conclude, to complete your sentence. What happened to the masjid? So now what you are going to come with regarding to the information you want to give about the masjid should be in a nakirah form. And that is what signifies what? The khabar, the information of the noun you began your sentence with. So now learn your skill, your speaking skill. When you say al-masjidu, you say what? Kabirun. The mosque is big. You see, you didn't say al-masjidu al-kabiru. You said al-masjidu kabirun. Jayid. Another example, you said al-kitabu. 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 That is what you began your sentence with. Okay, where is the information you want to give as regards to that you began your sentence with? You say what? Al-kitabu mufidun, for instance. Al-kitabu mufidun. Do you get it? Or you say al-kitabu nafisun. You get it? So now with this, you are speaking, the person you are speaking to understand the fact that you understand the principles, the rules, the qawaid of Lughah al-Arabiyyah. So this is the one of the biggest lesson in this lesson than in this class. Ad-Dars al-Awwal is teaching you on how to speak simple Arabic, that is al-Ismiyya, using al-Mubtada and al-Khabar. Jayid. Now it's telling you here that al-Mubtada is what? Ma'rifah fil asl. Just like al-Khabar is what? Nakirah fil asl. I hope it is clear. So these are the biggest of lesson we are to take in this class. From the lesson again, we are going to take in this class is from the lesson again we are going to take in this class is that which has to do with what? Hadhā. Let us get these benefits that got to do with what? Hadhā. You see, the hadhā, break it down. When you have hadhā, you want to study hadhā, you will realize that the hadhā it comprises of two things, or two kalima. The first one is called what? Ha. The first one is what? Ha. And the second one is what? Dhā. So when you say hadhā, they are of two what? Kalima. Merged together to become one. And that is why the scholar will say what? Ha is what? Is litanbih. What is the benefit of the ha there? The ha there benefit what? Tanbih. Is what? Litanbih. When they say litanbih, it is used to draw attention, because the ismul ishara aslan is what? Dhā. Is what? Dhā. I think we mentioned this in our muqaddimah, in our previous class. The ismul ishara is what? Dhā. That is why it's very much okay for you to say what? Dhā baytun, dhā masjidun, dhā babun, dhā kitabun, dhā qalamun, dhā. That is the actual ismul ishara. Jayid. Okay, what is the function of the ha there? Why is the ha there? The ha is litanbih. It is used to draw attention, to call upon someone before mentioning that you want to mention. Jayid. So when you say hadhā, somebody will say, okay, hadhā baytun. What is the rub of hadhā? And since you say it is of two kalima, then you say what? The ha here is what? Litanbih. Is what? Harfu mabniya ala as-sukun. La mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. It got no place in i'rab. Jayid. It has no place, position in i'rab. Jayid. What about the dha? The dha is ismul ishara, which is also mabniya ala as-sukun, but fi mahalli rafi' mubtada, in the position of what? The rafi' of what? Al-mubtada. Jayid. So now if you have the dha as ismul ishara, the benefit is that you can have something attached to ismul ishara before and after. From that which you can have attached to ismul ishara before is the example of the ha. So ha is from the huruf that is az-za'ida that can be attached to harfu or to ismul ishara. Sorry, that can be attached to ismul ishara, and it benefit what? Tanbih. Its benefit what? Is what? Lit tanbih. Jayid. What you can add after ismul ishara that they will serve as one kalima. You see, when you bring the ha before the dha, it becomes one kalima. Sahih. It becomes hadha. Okay, now when you bring, there are some kalima as well. There are some huruf you can add after the dha, and it gives another benefit. Example of that is like lam. You can say what? Lam and kaf. Lam and kaf. For example, you say what? You say what? Dha. This is ismul ishara. Jayid. You know what? Say Dhālika. You've added lam and kaf now. You've added lam and kaf. So this lam and kaf, they benefit other things. Example, just like the ha benefits tanbih. This is how the lam benefits. The lam there is what? Lil Baʿīd. The lam benefit what? Bu'd is lil Baʿīd. Like you are saying, when you said Dhālika, you are saying that. You are referring to something that is away from you. But when you say Hadhā, when you say that, you are referring to something that is before you. Dhālika, you are referring to something that is away from you. I want us to get this different. So what is the benefit of the lam that is being attached to it after? The lam that is being attached to it after the dha, the lam that comes after dha, the lam benefit what? Al-bu'd. What about the kaf? The kaf, the scholar will say what? Lil khitab. The kaf is lil khitab. So with this, they said harufu or ismul ishara. I keep on saying harf, it's a mistake. Ismul ishara is of two types. You have ismul ishara li al-Qarīb. That is the dha, which you can bring ha for tanbih. Hadhā, all of it, they are lil Qarīb. Then you have ismul ishara lil Baʿīd. You all learn now that from what benefit bu'd is the lam, and you say what? Dhāli. So if you bring the lam, there is no doubt you have to come with the kaf, because only the lam will not stay until you come with the kafs. And that's why you say what? Dhālika. That is ismul ishara also li al-Baʿīd. Jayid. Okay, what about in the case where you have the dha and the ka without the lam? What does that benefit? Here is an homework, is an assignment for us to go and make our research regarding to that, to see, okay, we said dha, if you bring, is for ismul ishara for one, and that is close. Jayid. You can also bring ha. Jayid. You can also bring ha before it. It becomes hadhā. Jayid. Which is not possible for you to bring ha and then bring the other stuff that are to be added after the dha. You cannot say Dhālika. It's not seen in Arabic language like that. Jayid. Rather, if you bring ha, then the other stuff will not be there. And when you bring Dhālika, then the ha will not be there. Jayid. So now we said Hadhā benefit something that is close. You use it for something that is close. But when you say what? Dhālika, it benefits something that is far. Okay, what about dhāka? It benefits what? So here is the assignment for us to go, make our research, and to submit it, inshallah. Bismillah. Wa jazakumullahu khairan. That is what we can take for today. So you can see the class is not all about translation. It's not for us to translate. It's for us to know how to use the same method Sheikh used. We can use the same method to speak, to express ourselves. This is how you learn. جيد وجزاكم الله خيرا وبارك فيكم. So this class is supposed to last from sorry please, I just want to confirm the time so that I don't exceed. Okay, it says from 9 Nigerian time. That is the class is supposed to last for now. So I think we're going to pause here, inshallah. So this is just the page we've taken today. Ad-Darsul Awwal. We know the reason behind the al-awwal and not al-ula. And then hadha, we can break it down that the ha. How do you write the ha? I'm going to show you now. You just check the channel now. You're going to see how to write, how the ha is been written. The ha is written like this. This is how it's written. I hope we are seeing it in the channel. So the ha on its own is like this. So if you bring it, you attach it to the, then the ha is benefiting tanbih. Jade is lit tanbih. Jade. Then the is the ismul ishara. Jade. And then the ismul ishara can also have something attached to it after, which is lam and kaf. And we say the lam benefits bird, and then the kaf is what? Lil khitab. And that's one that is libird is what is in the lesson number 2. We are coming to it, inshallah. So here he says what? Hadha baytun, hadha masjidun, hadha babun, hadha kitabun, hadha qalamun, hadha miftahun, hadha maktabun, hadha sarirun, hadha kursiyun. So this is where we are going to pause today. For our next class, we are going to see how to ask question using hadha. Very, very important class. Jade. So here we're going to pause. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.